Hello, Tuesday's real estate tips. Top 22 best curb appeal ideas. I'm Andrew McKay of Remax by the Bay, and today we're going to look at budget, how to improve your curb appeal for under $500. Many more ideas in a future video, which will be of a higher budget, but up to $500, something most home sellers should be able to afford. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, any questions, on whichever media you're looking at it, please comment below or like, and let's get going. I've got my notes as normal so I don't miss anything, and we'll go through them fairly rapidly because there are 22 of them. Curb appeal is so important as people check out the neighbourhood. Once they've done their online research, the buyers, they may do a drive-by before the showing. They may do a drive-by before they even book the showing. The neighbourhood, as they're driving to your house, there's not a lot you can do about that, but you can make sure your curb appeal is first class, because the first impression is critical. Obviously, I've worked with a number of buyers, and it's so obvious even before the front door opens if they've lost all interest, just because the outside of the house is shabby, looks uncared for. May not be the case, but a little bit of effort and under $500 with each of these ideas, and you can make a huge improvement on selling your house. Anyway, as I said, there's a number of them. We've got our list here. So some of them are pretty obvious, and most people won't realise, but when you realise there's so many, go ahead and do it. Update dated doorway hardware. It's amazing without even changing the door how just changing the handles, making it quite sharp, quite modern, can make a difference. Upgrade the lighting outside the house, especially around the porch area, so you can leave that on all the time for showings. It just really makes the area ping. That's where they're walking into the house. You can put a seating area around the porch. If you've got a balcony out the front, a deck out the front, tidy it up, put a seating area, make it welcoming. Everybody likes the idea of sitting out the front and watching the world go by. Add some plants, add some flowers again out the front of the house, on the walls. Just make it inviting is the word. Make it look tidy, make it look well cared for, make it inviting. Simple as buying a new doormat. I think we forget sometimes with the doormats, day in, day out, rain, snow, sunshine, in and out, they get shabby. Just buy a new one. Even get it out only for showings, stage. Paint a bit more work now, but paint the window and door trim. We're in Canada. The elements are pretty harsh on our houses, so a little bit of work again. Not much expense just for the paint, but tidy up, paint the door, but paint the trim, paint the door trim, the window trim. Now this is an unusual one, but add some bird houses or bird feeders. It gives that homely feel. You may attract birds, makes it more of a natural environment, quite inviting. A few birds flying around, and just makes the buyer believe the seller cares very much for the property. The porch, we talked about how to improve it, but paint, restain or seal the porch. Just any maintenance that needs done on the first place they walk needs to be done to make it. I keep using the word inviting, but that is the critical bit. If you have shutters, paint the shutters. Again, it looks inviting. It makes the buyer think you maintain the house and look after it. We've talked about planting. Potted plants. Nothing wrong with that. During the spring months, whenever they're out, buy some decent potted plants and some expensive looking pots for them to go in. Makes the house side of curb appeal great. Another very simple one, add a new house number. If you've still got the one the builder put on there 13, 14, 15 years ago, like I have, put something new up. Something that thinks, oh yeah, this is number 10, this is number 101. General maintenance out the front, and you should do this out the back, but we're talking about curb appeal, is to cut the grass, trim all the bushes back. If there's weeds, do some weeding, add some mulch if necessary around the beds, make it look tidy and cared for. Now, number 15, again if possible, we've talked about seating areas. A porch swing is even more evocative. People, they would just think that's homely, that's us, we can imagine ourselves living there. A nice porch swing. The driveway, if it's gravel, replace the gravel, rake it. If it's paved, if it's asphalt, get it redone, blacked up. You'll be amazed how sharp a house, how new it actually looks just by redoing the driveway. You'll see it in photos. Have a look at some real estate photos and you'll see when the driveway's just been done a nice sharp black. It makes the house look really good. Get a power washer, do the steps, do the deck, do whatever needs to be done to make it look fresh. We all concentrate on the inside, understandably, but you may have lost the bar before they even get inside if the outside is perceived as shabby. Just got a concrete porch, concrete like that, a bit more expense, but add some tiles, tile it so it looks modern, looks different. So yeah, again, I use the word inviting. Sorry I keep repeating this, but that's it. Put some tiles down. Make or buy window shutters. If the front, there's a few houses around, they're bland, they're just concrete, they're bland, and the addition of some window shutters can really change the whole demeanour of the house, make it ping. Well worth the investment, and not too much money, and just a handyman or yourself to put up the shutters can really change the whole curb appeal. Number 20, if you have enough room in the front yard, put a seating area. Goes along with the porch furniture or the porch swing, makes the whole thing look more homely, more this is a home. I can imagine myself living here. Trees, if you have time, plant some trees, you know, even small ones, or put them in a pot, you know, the ones that are about so high you can't tell because I'm sitting down, maybe 4, 5, 6 feet. Some nice pots, some little trees that look good. And the last one, fencing. Unfortunately, from the front of the house on the side, you can sometimes see the AC unit or even a garbage area. People leave their cans out, right? They may have a side door by the garage, they leave their garbage containers there. If it's a permanent fixture, put a fence up of some sort. This could be the potted trees, or it could be a permanent wooden fence, something that looks nice and hides. It's not a bad area, but it doesn't look great. Anyway, that's 22 ideas on a budget up to about $500 to improve your curb appeal. If you know somebody that may be interested in this video, please do share it. And if you have any questions,